Hey everyone, Nathan Masters here from Brick System Brothers. Today, 183 days of 2023 have passed and 182 days remain. So we are just past the halfway point of the year and time is moving pretty quick. I have not got to do the monthly reviews that I was wanting to do. Today I do want to look at this Polybag, the Doctor Strange portal. This was actually on sale at Walmart along with another one, but today just looking at this. Also talking about some of what I've been up to instead of putting out videos. A couple days ago on the channel we had Josh take a look at some Walmart sets on sale, and that was not just local to his area. Seems like most Walmarts around are doing some Lego clearance at the moment, and a couple weeks ago I did find the 30652 Doctor Strange interdimensional portal. Slightly reduced. I mean, it wasn't like it was $1. I think it was down to about $3 or $3.50, somewhere in there. For some pieces and a minifig, especially Doctor Strange with the cape, I think that's a pretty good deal. Go ahead and pick that up for sure. The Polybags, kind of a nice little entry level Lego item. Gift bag stuffer, stocking stuffer, that kind of thing. So yeah, I do like to see these kind of otherwise somewhat exclusive minifigs show up in polybags like this. Doctor Strange, I think with this cape hasn't been terribly difficult to get a hold of. I think he has been in a couple of, whoop, there goes the hair. A couple of reasonably priced sets, but if you are just looking for the single minifig, this is a great opportunity to go ahead and pick up the minifig, a couple extra parts as well, but for $3 you can't really go wrong here. It's definitely going to hold that value and will probably be worth at least double that within a couple of years once this is not being sold on retail side anymore. So yeah, the minifigure, the main draw here for sure, but there is a little side build here. Something I've seen people saying about this side build is the use of forced perspective with this miniature city in the background. So that's good to see a little bit of experimentation. I don't think you see forced perspective in a lot of Lego sets. Most of the time, things designed around a minifig scale, you're actually building things at that scale, so you don't necessarily have to rely on that. But there are a lot of parts out there for this technique to be effective, doing the microscale buildings here. And so incorporating that into a polybag is a pretty obvious choice to make the most use of the limited amount of pieces you're going to have in this little, $4 or $5 set. I think that's what it usually sells for. So a couple of skyscrapers. Doctor Strange takes place in New York City primarily, so I believe that's what we're building here for the backdrop. And we'll just snap that on. Pretty sure I built that right. Then we get to the portal. The portal uses this tile. I call it a macaroni tile. It's 4x4, I believe, and just has that one tile width. Follow that radius around. What's interesting about the pieces in this set is we have them in transparent orange. So up until recently, transparent parts were made from a different type of plastic than regular parts. Regular Lego pieces are made out of ABS plastic, and the transparent properties of the other parts for the longest time were coming from a different type of plastic, and for the most part I believe that was preventing them from being used in your standard plates and other parts that you really didn't see transparent plates or tiles. Tiles we started to see pretty early on, but plates seemed like it was a no-no to have transparent plates for a while. A couple of years ago, the type of plastic used to create transparent pieces, I believe, for the most part, I don't know if it was a complete transition over, but this MABS is what I've heard is the new material for transparent parts, and we're starting to see it show up in a lot of other types of parts that weren't in transparent colors before. So some clips, some curved slopes, and today's example is this curved tile. So I'm not sure if this is the first transparent color for this tile, but it is pretty early as of the last year or so, starting to see these pop up. assuming these hold up for a couple years, we'll probably start to see them in more colors. I'm sure, you know, on the internal side of things, Lego has already been testing this for several years as well, and probably that's the reason we're starting to see them show up, is because they have been successful in testing. That would just be my assumption. I don't actually work for Lego, so I cannot tell you that with any accuracy. But here's where our forced perspective comes into play for this set. We're going to slap this portal ring kind of in front of the micro scale buildings in the background. And then the front side of the set here, the foreground, looks like we're going to have a cardboard box and a couple of tiles. So this is maybe an alleyway or an attic or something for Doctor Strange to hang out and go between whatever is on this side of the portal down into the city proper. So there is the build. These dishes are the sling ring effects for Doctor Strange's hands. And other than that, that's what these are here, I guess. I was going to say, it seems like a lot of extra pieces, but you actually need these for the dishes. And then there are a few extra parts as well. Always those 1x1s. You get, I think, at least one in that size, just in case you lose some. And yeah, a nice way to get a couple extra of those every time you're getting a smaller scale set like this. So there it is, minifigure, pretty decent mini build with that portal there, and nice to get some of these transparent orange tiles that would otherwise be pretty uncommon in this polybag. So there is the 30652 polybag with the Doctor Strange minifig here. Great minifig to pick up, even at not on sale at Walmart. This is like $4.50 or $5. Not a terrible price for this set. The minifig is a pretty decent grab here. I don't think that's going to be dropping in value. If anything, just the minifig will be worth the price of the whole polybag within a couple of years. And depending on where else we see the minifig and what else they do with this character, it'll probably continue to go up to $10 to $15 in a matter of 5 to 10 years. Speculation there, but minifigs have been doing pretty well in the past decade or so. Lego Movie turns 10 next year. Yeah, crazy. So, on my side of things on the channel, you may have noticed not as many videos recently. Even the monthly reviews that I talked about at the beginning of this year have kind of dropped off. The reason for that, I have picked up a new project that will be taking most of my free time for the foreseeable future. I have a house that I'm going to be fixing up and moving into. I've been working on that for the past couple months, and that will continue to be a work in progress for at least the rest of the year and possibly longer. Once I actually am moved in, I'm sure there will be more stuff I want to work on as I am living there. Now, the upstairs, the attic of this house is unfinished, and to me it looks like a great place to actually finish out into a Lego space. Pretty much dedicated, kind of similar to what you're seeing behind here with the shelving and the sorting system. It's really nice and open, and I'd like to make it something pretty cool. Eventually would be something to see on the channel as well. But it's kind of at the tail end of the list that I have in terms of what I need to get done to move into the house. It's probably not something I'm even going to be starting really in full swing until I'm actually moved in. And so in terms of when that's actually done and something I can show you guys in its finished state would be probably a couple years, 2 to 3 years probably. I would like to show you the current situation, what's up there now, probably later this year as I get more stuff finished up in the house. But that's where I've been at. Not as much time for the Lego hobby. As you can see, pretty much everything here untouched for a couple months, and it's going to remain that way for a while. Yeah, definitely not going to be abandoning the channel, but there's not going to be regular videos. So that's where I'm at today, guys. The Doctor Strange polybag. I got more sets to review. It's just going to be a matter of when I can sit down and do it. So, keep an eye out for those, but once a month might even be a little ambitious. So we'll see what happens. And there is more coming with this house project. I'll keep you guys posted. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Brick System Brothers.